What is going on, guys? I've got 3 investments to make you guys a ton of coins. Now, if you do enjoy the video or you're new around here, make sure to subscribe and of course drop a like down below. If you want to be in for a chance of winning £80 worth of FIFA points next Friday on the 16th of October, all you've got to do is send me a screenshot on Instagram to show you're subscribed. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first investment is going to be a player, and it is going to be a ones to watch, and we're going for none other than Tolisso. Now, the reason we're going for him is threefold. First of all, he is one of the cheapest ones to watches available, and he plays for the nation of France. Because of the nation's upgrades we're going to be getting due to the World Cup, he is almost guaranteed an upgrade. Now, we can't say it with 100% certainty, but France won the last World Cup. They're one of the best teams in the world, and he plays for also a very good team in his own league. Other than PSG, his own team are probably the best team in the league there. So he's got not only a good league and good league side, he's also got a good nation. So as both of those, he's very likely to get an upgrade. Now, that's not the only reason we're having a look at him. Another reason is right now you can pretty much snipe him for just over minimum. So 10,750 is minimum. You can get a card at 11 straight away. That was easy. At 10,750, I reckon we can get a card within about 10-15 seconds of trying. So we're going to do that in the background while I talk on why we're going to be going for him. Now, the other reason is there is going to be a ones to watch SBC. There is every year. There's either going to be a tradable one and an untradeable one, or there will be one for each team. Now, we haven't had one yet, but it is Thursday right now, and we've got a couple more days left of content available. So what we've got realistically is a very high chance of the ones to watch SBC coming out in the next 2 or 3 days. We've then got a very high chance, if not then, that we'll have one next week containing both ones to watch teams. Now, all that's going to do is skyrocket the price of the lowest ones to watches, because that's the only ones people are going to be going for. Now, we haven't managed to pick him up while I've been saying those sentences. I'm going to try for an 11k on the basis he is currently selling for about 11,750, so we can easily sell that on and make profit. So guys, as you can see, I'm always invested in what I'm suggesting you invest in. Now, I will realistically probably go and try and bid myself about 100k worth of Tolissos. Now, what will that look like? If I can pick them all up at 10,500 coins, that is a very secure investment. If I can get them at 10,750, you're still very secure, but you're not guaranteed as much as a minimum profit, because at 10,500, he is guaranteed to go to about 15 to 20k on his first upgrade. But when the ones to watch SBC comes out, he could even go higher than that, so you've got even more potential. Second investment of the video, we are going to be looking at position modifiers. Now, the reason for this is I have an absolute ton in my club, but I opened a ton of packs at the start of FIFA. Now, the reason I did this is because obviously we have the channel. I wanted to invest in the channel and get myself the best start to FIFA. Now, obviously, we got the best start by grabbing Haaland in a ones to watch pack. So why do I think position modifiers are going to be useful? Well, I opened about £300 worth of packs, and I didn't have that many position modifiers. I had maybe 40. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but bearing in mind the other consumables that I had an absolute ton of, I really don't think that the position modifier is as available as everything else it competes with in terms of consumables. Now, what that means is there's not only a low supply of these position modifiers, there's also a very high demand. Every time an SBC comes out that has centre mid, and you put a CDM or a cam in, and it needs the chemistry side of things, you're going to have to convert it. Every time you change your team because you get a new player in weekly rewards and you want to put someone in, say you want Ben Yedder in and you previously already had a striker, so you have to change your formation to get to it. Well, now you've got to change all your positions as well, otherwise you don't get chemistry. So every week, these cards should go up. Every time that someone packs someone good, these cards are going to be needed. And every time there's an SBC, these cards are going to be useful. So you have a ton of use for this one card that actually doesn't have that much availability right now. Now, obviously, how can you make yourself a little bit more secure with this investment? If you want to be super secure, you can try and snipe your way to the position modifiers. But as you can see, they are pretty sought after, which further kind of shows you the demand that is available with them. Now, they do come up quite often, and as you can see, there are a few coming up pretty much every search. So we'll definitely be able to get some on snipe. I am having a little bit of trouble with it now, as you can see. But what you want to do, if you can't snipe them or you don't have the time, what you can do is just go through like this at 1.3 and pick up a ton. You can easily get some of these ones. You can even compare price this filter. But the thing is, they are coming up so much that you probably won't get one at a price you're happy with. But if we can get one for the video, that would be nice. So I've come to the realization that actually 1.3 is probably a snipe right now as well. But the point still stands. You can get these guys on a snipe for 1.2, or if you have a bot, maybe you want to put it on that as well. Or if you want to go on the 1.3 mark, you can go pick some of these up. Now, there are a ton being listed under, but as you can see, I've given myself a try, and it is a little bit harder to snipe these cards, but that shows the sheer demand that they're under. Even in times when, I mean, I'm sniping at a very odd time right now, and it is impossible to get these. So that's kind of the thing you want to think about. We've always got a high demand for these cards. So the third and final thing we're looking at is managers. Now, why are we looking at managers? For me personally, I've noticed that every time I change my team, I'm having to change either the manager nation or the league. Now, the leagues for managers are really easy to change. We all have a supply of those, and they're 200 coins on the market. But the nation is not so easy. Now, for things like French, Brazilian, English, Spanish, you are going to find that these managers are going to go up because the demand is only going to get higher. Now, if you sit for around 3.3k, you can find yourself a French manager. Now, you've got a few options here. You'll get Galtier, you've got Garcia, you've got Ismail. Now, you're not going to get Vieira, and that's obviously just based off the name. He's a little bit more expensive because it's Vieira, but you will find that they are snipeable, so you've got opportunity here. You can see they're being listed a little bit under. If we go as far to go to 3.1 and just see if we can get a couple at that price, we've got one there, and we've got, oh, we've missed the second one, but we've got one there pretty quickly if we send him to the transfer list, and we'll see if we can get another one. This is something I would always recommend. We'll leave that one. We're going to try and get a little bit of a better snipe for the next one. The one thing I would always recommend with your investments is snipe them, because if you're going to be able to snipe something anyway, you might as well. You've got the opportunity to make a few extra coins and also guarantee yourself a better buffer of safety for yourself. Now, do I think that the managers are going to go up instantly? Maybe not. But every time there's a good French player in the team of the week, like Ben Yedder, people are going to pack him, people are going to want him. Every time there's a good SBC for a French player, it's going to be the same story. So if we go over to England, you've got a very similar situation. It's going to be a little bit pricier than they should. So if we go to gold, we'll set this to what? 900. So you've got a ton here around this value, but if we go a little bit lower, let's have a look. 550, there's nothing there. 650, you've got the point where you can start sniping them. You could pick these up on bid very, very easily. I mean, if you put this max price to what, 450, you could probably pick up that entire, we'll give it a try. We'll bid on that entire page and we'll see how many we pick up. I will come back to you once that entire page has been sold. So going back, you can see what I won out of that page. You got Gerrard, Howe and Potter. And we missed out on a Lampard for about 100 coins. We missed out on Potter there, Lampard, Gerrard, and then Gerrard again. Now, if I was to sell all three of these managers right now, I think we can get 700 coins out of every single one. I mean, if we go over to the transfer market, we can just have a look. So if we go gold and English manager again, it's still there, wonderful. If we pop this down to what, 700 coins, I reckon there's nothing coming up. 700, nothing. So there's no rares on the 700 mark. So we've just made probably per card double coins, and that is an investment for future, because when an English SBC comes out, although a lot of people already have a Premier League manager, they may not have an English one. So that's another really easy investment. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to drop all that down below and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.